The Football League brings us to Paycor Stadium and a 425 matchup of dreams. It is the two highest powered offenses in football clashing at the Ohio River as the Detroit Lions, led by Jared Goff, visit Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. Lions last year the number one seed at 15-2, and they got there because of Dan Campbell and the offensive play calling that he distributed with Ben Johnson. None of him this season, which is why they are off to a sluggish 2-2 start. As for the Bengals, more or less of the same throughout this season. Offense doing terrific, defense costing them down the stretch. Will that change today? We'll find out as McPherson steps up to the tee, and we're underway from Paycor Stadium. Lions on the return. They will set up offensively out at the 23-yard line. Poor return there by Khalif Raymond. And here comes Jared Goff trying to lead the Lions to a third victory this season. 2-2 football teams should make for an interesting battle. Welcome everybody joining me. SM Chili, Leon Trey, Charles Thomas, OG, and early today. And everybody else joining me throughout. Looking forward to a terrific offensive battle. And here we go. Jahmyr Gibbs opens up as the starting running back. Here goes Goff, though, off the play action. Out to Laporta. He'll pick up two on the opening play. We'll meet the Lion offense first for this afternoon. Jared Goff at QB1, Hendon Hooker backing him up. Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, the dynamic duo in the backfield. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Tim Patrick at wide receiver. Sam Laporta and Brock Wright once again at tight end. And Laporta's just been getting better and better year after year here in his young career. Handoff goes to Gibbs, got an alley, and he'll pick up 6 on his opening handoff. What up, John Zettler? Record number of players going for fantasy. Brown, Chase, Gibbs, Williams, and Papers. It is inevitable that somebody has a great day and somebody has a terrible day. What up, Ruby Moose? That is almost a guaranteed matter of fact. We'll see which one happens when, though. Bengal defense has a rare shot at a 3-and-out. As a handoff goes to Gibbs, he's got just enough. 3 yards picked up on a 3rd-and-2. What up, Silver Knight? Josiah Hernandez and Exhaw. As we meet the Bengal defense for today, Joseph Asai, Trey Hendrickson, Shamar Stewart, B.J. Hill on the defensive line, Logan Wilson, Oren Burke at linebacker, Cam Taylor, Brett Daxell, DJ Turner at corner, Jordan Battle, Geno Stone, and Josh Newton in at nickelback as well. What up, EG Pro? Lions, though, will convert. Trying to keep this offense moving with smooth sails. Little RPO goes left side to Williams. Interesting looking play there. Probably the most complex RPO we'll ever see in Madden. It is a minimal pickup of just 3. What up, Retro? Sandpapers is the Laporta joke. Of course, we have way too many tight end memes going on around now. Grant Calcaterra found himself in a spotlight this season for his own shenanigans. Cincinnati putting 4 on the line. Here goes Goff down the middle. Pass caught. It's St. Brown. And Amon-Ra St. Brown on the board here in week number 5. What up, JJJ? Got the Lions winning 52-28. I'd be shocked if any team put up 50 points in a 10-minute quarter Madden simulation, but hey, it has happened before. The Jets have put up 62 as our overall record. Goff coming out sharp, though, on the opening couple of passes. There goes Gibbs, shot out of a cannon. It'll pick up 4 there. Bengals doing well, minimizing his rushing attack. Laporta threw a pretty good block in there. Not enough, though. Bengals team has been tested this season, always will be in the AFC North. Nothing is ever given. They've been the little brother time and time again to the Ravens and Steelers. Fed up with it. Most recent team, though, in the division to make the Super Bowl back in 2021. Here goes Goff on the check down, little high, and it winds up being dropped on the way down by Jameson Williams. Taking a look at the Bengals schedule for the season. Week 1 win against the Browns. Week 2 lost to Jacksonville. Week 3 win against the Vikings. And last week falling in Denver on Monday Night Football. Big offensive battle there. 75 combined points in that loss for Cincinnati. And again, their defense letting them down. Here goes Goff, though. Rolling right on a 3rd and 6. Stepping up, not going to get there. Bengals doing well this time. And they limit the big arm of number 16. It is Jordan Battle with the tackle. 2-yard pickup. It's 4th and 4. And here, hang on a minute. It's not a guaranteed punt. With the coaching chemistry, they might go for it. And they will. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving it so much. And you all know Dan Campbell on the opening drive keeps the offense out there on a 4th and 4. Goff goes down the middle, and he'll convert to Tim Patrick. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Absolutely love it. You know Dan Campbell's going for it. I was 100% in punt mode. That's just how Madden has had me train for years. I knew it. I tested that in the members-only stream. I knew it was coming. 4 minutes gone by on the opening possession. Lions not even inside the 35 yet, taking their time on this drive. It's Goff again to St. Brown. That's the 9-yard pickup on his second grab. So the Lion offense moving a little bit sluggish here, but as long as they hang on to the football, they won't complain too much. Taking a look at their schedule. Week 1 win over the Packers. Week 2 upset loss against Chicago. Week 3 loss against the Ravens. Week 4 blowout win against the Browns. Splitting 1-1 thus far with the AFC North. This is their 3rd consecutive opponent from that division. Right side pitch goes to Gibbs, and he'll lose 4. Taken down by Dax Hill. Made a couple big defensive plays last week. Cincinnati, though, didn't do themselves any favors. Couldn't get off the field or force a turnover. That's where Denver took advantage. Joe Burrow coughed up a fumble and an interception. And that a 1-score loss for Cincinnati. Bengals back to 500 for the 2nd time this season. Trying to get above it once again with a home win here. Goff on 3rd and 5. Dancing now checks it down wide open. Gibbs again. And he's inside the 25. That's a Lion first down. This might go down as the longest drive of the season. Not gonna lie to you guys. This is pretty nuts. Saints Giants tied 20-20 in my game. That was a pretty close game for me too. Finished 34-31 in favor of the Saints. Came down to the wire. New Orleans up to 3-2 this season. Tampa Bay finally breaks the tie in that division with a loss. As there goes David Montgomery. There is the split reps we have been anticipating. He gets his first carry, and he'll lose to Demetrius Knight Jr. on the TFL there. Bengal defense doing a lot better this week than last against the rushing attack. Although the main focus was still the arm of Bo Nix. Jared Goff, a very similar archetype. See if they learned anything last week from that 40-point give it up against the Denver Broncos as Gibbs will spin free there. Logan Wilson takes him down. A 3-yard pickup. Santoria with a new PFP. It's the paperclip. I recognize that from like Gmod. That's a throwback. We are back, indeed. I'm excited for these split reps, though. I can't lie to you guys. I'm hoping that happens a lot more often. Jahmyr Gibbs, though, is the back on a 3rd and 9. Goff again, well protected. Floats this one for the front corner of the end zone, and he's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt comes away with the takeaway, and the Bengals defense with a rare forced turnover. It is Cliffy, you're right, that's his name. Very big miscue there from Jared Goff. Saw something he liked and obviously saw double. Cam Taylor-Britt with good position and the pick. That was a pretty bad turnover. Jared Goff off to a rough start. Lions go 6 minutes and 45 seconds on that drive and come away with absolutely nothing. Nuts. Time for Jamar to start cooking. It might be. Again, every team is going to have players on the board for fantasy this week. Should be interesting. Samaje Perine is back in Cincinnati as the backup back, but here goes Chase Brown on the opening play for the Bengal offense. He will pick up 4. We meet Cincinnati's starting front receivers and other core offensively. Burrow at QB again this year. Chase Brown backed up by Samaje Perine coming over from Denver. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Andre Yosivash at wide receiver. Mike Gesicki and Noah Fant picked up in the offseason coming over from Seattle as well. Outside passes checked down, caught by Brown, and he's dragged backwards. Forward progress has him up to the 11-yard line. A 1-yard pickup there. As we take a look at the Lion defense, Aiden Hutchinson, Marcus Davenport, Aleem McNeil, DJ Reader on the defensive line, the former Bengal, Alex Anzalone, Jack Campbell, Derek Barnes at linebacker, Terrion Arnold, DJ Reed, Ennis Rakestraw, that is Rakestraw Jr., Brian Branch, and Kirby Joseph are the safeties for the Lions, trying to make a stop on a 3rd and 5. Extra blitzer coming, unaccounted for, and Burrow is dumped. Rock Ya-Sin. Have not heard of this guy in a minute. Where has he been? There goes Joey B. Lost in 3 in the play. Bengals go 3 and out inside their own 10, and will punt it away with the leg of Ryan Raquel. 2 to go in the first quarter. Former Niner, yeah, he's been kind of all over the place. Not gonna lie, a little bit everywhere. Bengals turnstile O-line has returned. Yes, it has. Unaccounting for the late blitzers has been their big script tonight, all things considered. Ryan Raquel is on for the punt, standing in his own end zone. Got to be careful here. Pressure not going to get to him. Lions, though, have a shot at a return as this one goes left side to the 44. And a quick break for Jared Goff as he retakes the field with 1:33 to go in the opening quarter. Pretty quick start to this one. We got 17 people in here. Appreciate you all joining me here for the biggest game of week number 5. Don't forget to drop a like down below if you haven't yet already. And I will open up the Google form to let you guys know what the split is for this one. Pretty curious myself. Neither team putting up any points on their opening possession. And there goes Brock Wright, his opening catch on a 3-yard check down. What up, Maria? Who's been good at Lions defense? I think DJ Reed had a pick last week on Joe Flacco. Who else has been pretty solid? Aiden Hutchinson had a couple multi-sack games, I believe, this season as well. Been pretty solid. Was the front runner for Defensive Player of the Year for a while there up until he got injured for the season. As Goff goes outside in a tight window, it's incomplete. Cam Taylor-Britt stepping his game up this week. Forced the incompletion there on Sam Laporta. The Week 5 pick'em split for this game, as I'll scroll down here to figure it out, 20-18 in favor of the Lions. Close split, as you could imagine. Detroit out in a 3 tight end set here. Final minute of the opening quarter. Sam Laporta is in motion. Goff from under center. Steps to his right, hit as he throws. It's a wobbly incompletion. Trey Hendrickson gets home. Finally, it seems like this contract turmoil is coming to an end, as he's been reporting to his mini camps and everything else. Don't expect to see him in the preseason. Nonetheless, though, he is on better terms with the Bengals defense. What up, Damien? Dex the Demon now, I guess. Lions on for the punt here. Jack Fox on the boot. And this one is absolutely shanked. Don't think the bad special teams has gone anywhere. Out of the 34-yard line. Joe Burrow will take over. Not having to play in his own end zone here for the second Bengal drive. 51-6 on the clock. Still yet to have a score in what should have been our biggest offensive game of the season. There's been anything but. Lions have a sack. Bengals have a takeaway. Shocking defensive game thus far here at Paycor Stadium. Burrow trying to change the narrative, though. There is Chase Brown on a 9-yard check down. Doing well, my friend. Quality reskin, I like it. Why not? It's been legit. Jared Goff did come to play today, didn't he? So it seems. Chase deep touchdown. We'll see if it happens. Picks up 9 there on the check down pass. Burrow on the Bengal offense still eyeing their opening first down, which they'll find here to Mike Gesicki. Actually, that might have been Yosivash. Let me see. I can't even tell. Really cannot. I'm sure the PA announcer just said it. But 80 and 88 look very similar in Bengal jerseys, and they have the same build, too. That is the end of the opening quarter, though, believe it or not. We are scoreless in Cincinnati after 10 minutes play. This might go down as the quickest game of the season at this rate. Might have to up the quarter numbers to like 12 or something. I don't know. If these transitions between plays didn't take forever, I would certainly consider it. Cincinnati going to open up the second quarter from enemy territory. Joe Burrow up the play action, goes to Yosivash up the sideline, and he's spun down at the 45 after a 2-yard pickup. So the Lions have been a very interesting team this season, kind of going back and forth themselves. Week 1 win over the Packers in Green Bay, huge rivalry win there. And then they go back home and lose to Chicago in a shootout. Williams again with some late game magic. Deep touchdown to DJ Moore. Bears end up winning a 37-30 ball game as the check down caught by Brown again, adding to his receiving stats here with a 7-yard scamper. Lions, though, cough up a game on Monday Night Football to the Ravens. That was the Baltimore Ravens' first win of the season. And then they head back home, take it on the Browns, give up just 3 points. Offense didn't look too good there, but they did just enough to get the victory. Defense was terrific. And obviously that is carried over here to week number 5 as well. Burrow goes left side. Open is Chase. He's got the first. And these Lions corners and defensive backs are going to be tested today more than ever. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, probably the best wide receiver duo in football. There was a lot of speculation T. Higgins could find a new home this offseason. Didn't happen, though. Bengals did a terrific job hanging on to him, maybe at the expense of a defensive line. But it seems like that is getting patched up here as the offseason progresses. Burrow again from an empty pocket. There is the Clemson wide receiver, taken as the first man of the second round back in 2021. Or that was 2020, actually, wasn't it? Still forget that Higgins has been here longer than Jamar Chase. Hard to believe, but it's true. He'll pick up 7 there on the catch and run. Bengals inside the 30. They are poised to put up the opening points here at home. Lions rushing 4 again. Screen is out there. Caught by Brown. Bad pursuit from Jack Campbell. And it winds up inside the 20. Simple first down picked up there. The running back is feasting on these passing yards. Cameron Archer, what up, my friend? Long time no see. Bengals going to win this one, but lose to the Lions in the Super Bowl. I like that take, actually. I really do. Chase Brown has been feasting this possession. Might be prime time, though, for Jamar Chase, as here goes Joe Burrow. Play action pass down the middle, contested catch made. Andre Yosivash. And Amik Robertson probably thought he forced the incompletion. Heroic acrobatics there from big number 80. Yeah, this is the kind of offense we paid to see today. Bengals go 6-11. Certainly possible. Almost a full 10 picked up there for Yosivash. Hand off to Brown. Barely broke the line to gain. And it's first and goal. That was one heck of a catch. There's nothing more exciting than a new Madden seeing all the new catch animations in the first week and a half of release. Truly the most exciting part of the game, if you ask me. Taking a look at our future schedule here. I want to know what we got coming up. See if Chase Brown gets a break here. Been a busy man on this drive as Burrow on the snap pass, wide open Gesicki, and the Bengals strike first here at home. Cincinnati off to a hot start. Defense with the forced interception and 3 and out, and the offense responds with the opening touchdown here at Paycor Stadium. Well, Gesicki, the touchdown stealer. It's the tight ends, man. I might just draft all tight ends next week and see what happens. You never know. Anyways, we got, what else is coming up this week? Commanders and Chargers will be tomorrow night's game, and then Tuesday night is the AFC East battle we have been waiting for all week long. It is the Patriots at 3-1, taking on the 4-0 Buffalo Bills. That'll be the first introduction of the Sunday Night Football scoreboard on Madden 26. Bengals go 10 plays, 62 or 65 yards in about 4.25 minutes to pick up the opening touchdown. And then we also have, I forgot, Tuesday is our doubleheader day. We have the Chiefs and Jaguars coming up just after that. I believe I scheduled that to be a doubleheader. Let me double check here. Double check my doubleheader. And that is exactly the case. So, Pats Bills at 8, Chiefs Jags at 9:30. Going to be a terrific way to wrap up week number 5 at a chaotic pick'em week. Where do you guys stand? Lions take a return from inside the 5, and nothing going there, out to the 27. Jags lose by 28, certainly could be. Charles Thomas with the first half trivia question of the game. What was the original name of the Detroit Lions franchise, and where were they based prior to moving to Detroit? Hit, they played the state of Ohio. Ooh. I think maybe they were based out of Akron. I don't remember what the football team was named, though. Lions take it over, trailing by a touchdown. Handoff goes to Jahmyr Gibbs, and he loses 2. The rookie Shamar Stewart right there to meet him. And this guy held out up until the final points. But you know what? Despite not producing a ton, in the pass rush department, he is an absolute force on the defensive line against the rush, and he proves it right there. What a Flash Gordon. It's been a crazy game defensively, that's for sure. I formation here for Detroit. And again, Jared Goff going to take it himself. Hit as he fires. It's complete. And they get back to the line of scrimmage. What up, Trey? All good, man. Good to have you in here as well. This game has been pretty booty so far, can't lie. Bengal defense is actually holding down As you can tell, they force another 3rd and 10 here. Lions with almost 7 minutes on their opening drive, came away with nothing. 3rd and 10 again. Here goes Goff against a 4-man rush. Steps up in the pocket. Can somebody open up downfield? The answer is no. This Bengal defense is covering up like a blanket. Must have absolutely leaned into Zach Taylor. Watch some film, learn from it, both physically and mentally. They're doing a terrific job of limiting this Lion offense. That brings on a Jack Fox punt again, number 2 for the righty as he gets this one away. High arcing kick and a fair catch called for at the 31-yard line. Here comes Burrow again. This might be the twilight zone, but Joe Burrow certainly taking no prisoner. 10 of 10, 65 yards with a touchdown, looking like his preseason opener a couple of days ago. What up, King Chavert? Bears Dolphins 24-24 tie. That was a pretty wild game, wasn't it? I didn't get a chance to watch too much, but I saw the final play. Had some absolute tomfoolery, though. It was a pretty wild way to end it, but nobody likes to tie anyway. You may as well throw caution to the wind. 3rd Bengal drive opens up from the 31. Burrow with 2 receivers left and right. Goes up top. Pass caught. Amik Robertson takes down Yosivash. And the Bengals get 6 yards closer to their 2nd score. Caleb didn't play. I did see that, yeah. Case Keenum got the start, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Browns legend. Vikings legend. Broncos legend, I think. Certainly had his time on a bunch of different NFL teams throughout his illustrious career. As the handoff goes right back to Chase Brown. Huge hole opens up. He's across the Lion 40. Just his 3rd carry of the game. He's touched the football a ton, though, in the receiving end. And he will break it loose. Averaging just under 10 yards a carry. Page start. That's cool. I thought Keenum was like, I think 6 for 8, though. That's what I saw. Figured he'd be the starter. I guess not. Portsmouth Spartans, how about that? Had no idea. Jamar Chase one-on-one up top. Another person to keep an extra eye on. And Burrow goes right in his direction. On cue inside the 20. God pats the first man. The safety saves a touchdown. I'm glad Madden 26 doesn't have too much busted coverage. It's not bad defensive back play. It's more good offense when that does happen, though. Those plays are more realistic. Sitting down in cushions and coverage. I'm loving it thus far. Bengals going 5 wide on 1st and 10. Burrow again finds Jamar Chase. Terrific catch. And he's got 10 more. Burrow over 100 yards passing. Who'd you pick, Trey? Let me take a look. I actually think I have your pick'em number memorized. I think you're number 35. But I will absolutely take a look. Oh, I was wrong. Yes, I don't have that memorized. Let me pull it up here. 1st and goal. Here goes Burrow. Right side end zone. Touchdown number 2. Mike Gesicki again. Bengals up 13-0. Wow. It's the Cincinnati offense that has woken up first. Joe Burrow to Mike Gesicki. Tight window, but it's secure. Brian Branch had no reaction there. Interesting. Biggest win in college football history is 222-0 Georgia Tech over Cumberland back in the late 1800s. I think it was 222. Trey, you have the Bengals today, by the way. Joe Burrow passing accuracy at 99, so it seems. Extra point coming up here for Evan McPherson on the way, and it splits the uprights. It is good. 21 people in here. Don't forget to like up the stream if you haven't yet already. Bengal offense is taken away before our eyes. 3:29 to go before the break. Lions also have to kick it away to begin the 3rd quarter. Big time drive coming up here. Might be a must-score touchdown drive, all things considered. We'll see. I think it is, right? Georgia Tech, Cumberland was Georgia Tech versus Cumberland. Yeah, 222-0. That was the 1916, so I guess I got the date wrong. But it is what it is. Do the pickups next season. We got the week 6 one if you want to do that one. Lions again taking over. Still looking for their opening points here in Cincinnati. Another return thwarted at the 27. Jared Goff back to it. Drive number 4 begins 73 yards away from the end zone. Lions got awfully close on their opening possession before Jared Goff turned to Jared Goof. Made a pretty rookie mistake there on that floated pass to the court of the end zone that was intercepted by Cam Taylor-Britt. Since then, no offense has been produced. Just 58 yards of total offense here for the Lions. Try to pick that up. Goff goes outside, and that is a no-gainer. And I think that was caught, actually, by Laporta. Official ruled it as if it was a catch for no gain. Even still, doesn't do very much, though, up top. Clock is ticking, so that is a completion to Laporta. Works in the PPR department, does nothing else, though, for the longevity of this game. Lions in a stalemate here offensively with this surprising Bengal defense. Goff going to step up, check down, caught by Laporta. Big time hit there from Dax Hill. The quarterback looking like a middle linebacker, beefing it up with number 87. Inside of our final 3 minutes to go now in the second quarter. Drop the Ben Johnson playbook. Yeah, no kidding. Interesting to see how that looks for Chicago this season. Bengals again rushing 4. Goff this time goes to the outside. Beautiful ball, but Laporta couldn't reach it. Maybe a stride too far. Looked like if he dove, he could have caught it. Sun in his eyes, perhaps a factor. Lions go 3 and out again. 3rd time in a row. Like the Lions' new jerseys, they're pretty cool. Madden 26, patch Laporta, I guess, man. Crazy. Jack Fox is on for the punt here. Detroit again, uncharacteristically, looking empty offensively. Returnable kick here for Charlie Jones up the sideline. Good vision as he is up again to the 37-yard line. Burrow with the Bengals with 2 consecutive touchdown drives. Looking to make it 3 in a row here in the 2-minute drill. Madden likes to make it interesting. Yeah, true. This game far from over, though. Believe me. Buccaneers were up 21-3 last night against the Seahawks. Late in the second quarter, Seattle comes back to steal it from them, 32-28. Go-ahead touchdown scored by Jackson Smith-Njigba inside the final 10 seconds. Burrow on the check down, caught by Chase. Another reception. I'm curious where he's at right now in his receiving totals. Running backs are getting a lot of love from the backfield this Madden, I've come to find out. And that play right there will take us to the 2-minute warning. Lions none, Bengals 14 here. And Cincinnati trying to hang on to this lead and expand upon it. Officially the 2-minute drill time for Joe Burrow, who stands alone in the pocket. Steps up, trying to evade a sack, goes downfield, and an absolute snipe to Yosivas. Hauls that one in on the sideline, got both feet down, and he's out of bounds to stop the clock too. The hat trick and the trifecta. Did you know Cumberland beat Georgia Tech 22-0 in a baseball game earlier in that year? I've watched that same mini documentary on YouTube, yes. Cincinnati would love to take a 3-score lead before halftime, especially getting the ball to begin the third. That's a 10-yard pickup for Gesicki. Dan Campbell not looking too happy. Not at all. Zach Taylor, though, well, he doesn't look very happy either, but he definitely is deep down inside with a 14-point lead in the football over this Lion offense, shutting them out in the opening half. They have looked anything but themselves here early on. Burrow goes right back down the middle, testing this Lions secondary and succeeding. Andre Yosivas. I'm still convinced Burrow is yet to throw an incompletion. We'll have to double check that in the mini halftime report that we get. What a toss, though, from Joe Burrow. Play clock inside at 10. Bengals taking their sweet time here. Lions with a delayed blitz. Pass is caught by Higgins, pulling away. 11-yard picks up. Another first down. What up, A-Ron? What up, okay? Yeah, not going to lie, not sure what Madden 26 is cooking up here with this Lion offense. I know Ben Johnson's gone, but they still got Dan Campbell and the playmakers, man. I don't know. See if a late turnover here inside the 10 could change the game, and we're cooked. All right, we have our first freeze of Madden 26. How about it, folks? Certainly didn't take long. We'll see if this one fixes itself out like the Madden 25 one did. I mean, legitimately, this game came out on Thursday. Just to let you guys know that. I mean, it's to say the Lions. It probably is. This will auto-save, though. I'm not too worried about it. Let's see if I can fix it. Doing anything. Oh, you know what? No, I thought I found a patch. Actually, I might have. Hang on. Because now the play clock's ticking. Oh, I might have actually fixed my own problem. What up, Gaming Gamer? Who games? How many mends have they made? It's a good question. This is still an issue. You would be correct. I'm actually hopeful now with the play clock winding down that I might have found my own way out of it. Oh my goodness, I did. Let's go. What a Bull fan. Once again, first and goal for Joe Burrow. Low snap, but he hangs on, steps to his right, takes off, and finds the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Madden was trying to save us from a Joe Burrow rushing tutty, but it didn't happen. Another beautiful touchdown drive, the third in a row for Cincinnati. Number 9 does it by himself. What up, more Rob Gobb? Save of the year. Hey, you love to see it, man. 35 Madden games? That's wild. And yeah, this one continues to freeze like the last couple. Madden Miracle! It's a Madden Miracle. Let's see if my clips are frozen, though. Hope not. They're not! Wow! I actually solved, like, all the world's problems. Maybe I've been able to do that the entire time, and I never really took the time to figure it out myself. Extra point coming up here from McPherson. It is up, and it is good. I guess it's not a permanent solution, as the game does tend to freeze, I guess, when they're at the line of scrimmage. So there I'd be kind of SOL, but other than that, though, I'm very happy that I found a temporary solution to freezing on the sideline. Of course, when the play clock has a number on it. MSG learns how to soft reset. You right. You right. I did just learn that. Maybe Madden isn't broken. We just don't know how to play it properly. You might be right. Could also be the truth at the same time. 26 people in here, by the way. Massive crowd for the biggest game of the week, which has kind of been letting us down thus far. But I appreciate you all joining me. Drop a like down below if you haven't yet already. Second half heading our way very soon. Lions, though, try to find any offense before the break. 39 seconds. All three of their timeouts as well. What up, Spirit of Detroit podcast? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you a ton. Gonna get our live poll ready here for the second half. Don't forget to get your votes in. It'll be the 2-2 Lions and the 2-2 Bengals. Winner gets above 500. Loser falls right back under that threshold. Lions try to find any offense here late in the opening half. Screen pass out there to Gibbs, and he's got 11. He's just short. He extended it to about 11, and just didn't quite get it. Is what it is. Winner gets 11. Huge prize in the air from A-Rod today. Things you love to see. 34 seconds to go. Lions do stop the clock. That could help their case a bit. Gibbs picks up just about the full 10 there on his catch. As here goes Goff off the RPO. Caught by St. Brown. First down picked up. Yet again, very ineffective. I mean, I guess it gives you a new set of downs, but was it really worth it? I don't know. First and 10, though. Lions will take their opening timeout here at Paycor Stadium. Our light pole is fired up and ready to go. For halftime, could be interesting if the Lions score, but even still down by 3 touchdowns without the football. Almost feel like they have to find the end zone in this drive, or they are done for. Goff again goes outside. High ball caught by Laporta. Another timeout taken. Jared Goff has just looked miserably off his game since the opening interception. Eek. He's got 11, doesn't even get 10. I mean, hey, he reached for it. Refs gave him a bad spot. Nothing I can do about that. Still, I want to see the, the digital chain come out. I need that to happen in Madden 26. I've loved a lot of what I've seen thus far. Can't lie there. Couple extra big bodies out there on a second down and 8. Bengals, again, only have 3 on the defensive line. Quick snap pass caught by St. Brown. It's a 7-yard pickup to make it 3rd and inches. Timeout number 3 taken by the Lions with 23 seconds to go. Jake Bates has hit some long field goals in his career. The target line at this point in time, probably around the 40 for a comfortable, I would say comfortable, moderately comfortable 57-yard field goal. Tolerable should be the word there. Lions, though, got to work the sideline. Here goes Goff, and the pass to Laporta is hauled in, trying to get to the boundary, and he does not. Oh, boy. And I don't know. It's going to be close. I don't know. We'll see. Lions trying to get back to the line here, and they cannot get a snap away. We hit halftime, and the Lions are shut out. 21-0 at the break. This Bengal defense, man, something heroic. As the live poll out to you guys here. Get your votes in now while we take a look at our mini halftime report. to track the stats of our quarterback. Okay, there are a couple highlights, depending on what happens. There's the Kim Taylor-Britt interception in the opening half, and the Chase Brown catch, one of many. Joe Burrow is 100% today. 19 of 19, 174, and 3 touchdowns. What a game for Joe Shiesty. It's pretty cool. Okay, that halftime report was a little bit better. I think this game's improved it a bit. We'll see what happens, though, in the remainder of this game. Lions are still yet to find even a single point. I'll reiterate that as many times as I have to, because that's perplexing. The best offense in the NFC and maybe all of football against the other best offense in football, and obviously one to shine a lot brighter than the other today. Bengal defense doing things is mind-boggling to me. Second half is underway. Bengals will return from the 5-yard line out to the 27. Joe Burrow will take over, maintaining a 100% completion percentage. JJJ was in here earlier. Not sure if he did that or not, but obviously I wouldn't blame him based on his Lions' performance today, as it's looking like they might spiral down to 5 games in. They will spiral down to 2-3. Not quite 5-3, although they could probably make that bounce back toward the end of the season. Joe Burrow opens up on the offensive end to begin the second half with a handoff to Chase Brown. Duck it and weave it like a professional boxer. That's a 2-yard pickup. This is a fluke. Again, though, like I said, Seattle came back from 18 down yesterday. Don't doubt the comeback, kids, especially with the Lions offense. Motor City Kitties can strike in an instant. See what happens here, though. Brown this time to the left side of Burrow. Screen pass in his direction again. Number 30 has been the go-to guy on the 4-yard pickup there. Lions have a chance to make their first stop since the opening defensive possession. And how about that for a statistic? Take a look at our live poll here. 9 votes are in, every one of them on the Cincinnati Bengals. If this result holds, the majority of the pick'ems will falter once again. Lion defense trying to pitch their second 3 and out as Joe Burrow staying poised and delivers, but it's dropped. First incompletion of the game through the hands of number 30. Big stop from this Lion defense. That was a much needed stop there. Only a minute goes by on the opening possession, too. It's pretty nuts. Are we going to have our first ever 100% pull? Looking that way. Ryan Raquel was on for his second punt of the game. Pressure almost got there. Gets it away unscathed, though. Lions on the return up the middle to the 27 as Khalif Raymond is popped. Trying to see who that was on the special teams end of things. Josh Newton, I believe, was the Bengal defender there with a massive hit. Setting the Lions down at the 27 again. Yeah, hopefully the Lions change their OC at halftime. Perhaps. Somebody voted for Detroit. There it is, 11-1 now. Somebody has faith in the Lions. Why not? Bengal defense trying to do exactly what they did in the opening 20. Lions, though, trying to come out with a whole different blueprint. Doesn't work out on the opening play. Pass broken up by Logan Wilson. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended target. I feel bad for anybody that has a Lions offensive player in the fantasy rotation today. Bengals offense, though, looking pure. Especially if you got Joe Burrow. You're in safe hands today. Goff again with the incompletion. Back down the middle, caught by Williams. He'll pick up 5. And again, Lions are finding themselves in this 3rd and 5 to 3rd and 7 territory. Way too much today. Hasn't looked too good. We all know who picked Detroit. Let's see if it was me, because I don't feel very comfortable. I have a feeling my intuition would have told me to pick Detroit. Yes, I did. Well, that sucks. Goff from the shotgun on a 3rd and 5, going to the outside. Pass is caught by Patrick, but he's short. And again, this is a situation I would not be surprised to see the Lions go for it or fake a punt. It really would not shock me. Dan Campbell is an absolute madman. And no. Jack Fox is on in punt formation. Lions go 3 and out again. Fox puts his foot through this one. Best work of his day thus far. Jones on the return from the 20 up to the 31-yard line. Burrow will take back over. These plays are terrible, yeah. The Ben Johnson effects, or lack thereof, I guess. It's been a pretty bad game for the Lions. 7:38 to go here in the third quarter. Pretty quick opening half, and the second half has been relatively slower, thanks to sluggish offense on both ends of the football. Short break for Joe Burrow and company. Back out on the football field, looking to take over. Chase Brown up the middle, gets a good block downfield, and picks up 18. How about that for the opening play? Number 30 continues to pick apart this defense. Okay, I wish there were more Bengal jerseys in the crowd. I don't like all these, like, orange polo shirts. Nobody's wearing that to a game. Nobody's sitting in the hundreds, at least section-wise. Loaded backfield here for the Bengals. Joe Burrow off the play action. Blitz is coming, picked up for just long enough for T. Higgins to get loose. Inside the Lion 30, and a blowout is looking real. That is actually complete English, by the way. Real is a functioning sentence. One of the Bengals didn't actually have a bad defense, but a bad DC. Lou Anarumo was pretty bad. You're not wrong. Joe Burrow has been red hot today. That continues to Higgins. Almost lunged there to pick up the first down. Joe Burrow now up to 203 passing yards in the young third quarter. Yeah, Lou Anarumo was notably pretty bad. I mean, every team's going to have a terrible coordinator. Greg Roman was bad for the Ravens back in the day. Browns have had their fair share of bad ones, too. Bengals inside the red zone again. They can basically start to pay rent here as the first big play made by Aiden Hutchinson, combining with the tackle. Jack Campbell makes it a 3rd and 1. Real is a real sentence. I guess technically, grammatically speaking, it would be really real. Is a really real sentence. Being for real. Burrow goes under center on a 3rd and 1. Keep an eye out for the quarterback sneak, and it's stuffed. Burrow does not get there. Ooh. Tell you what, the big fellas up front were all over it. They knew what was coming. Not their first rodeo. DJ Reader, I believe, and Lee McNeil making the play up front, the two biggest boys on the football field. Cincinnati going to test out the waters of a 4th and inches. Handoff goes to Brown, and he got there. Wow. I don't know about that. I'd love a replay. I would love a replay. We got to take a second look, please. No, we're not going to get it. Very tight spot there from the officials, but the Bengals drive will continue. Higgins in press coverage. The handoff goes to Brown again. He'll pick up a pair. That was definitely a first. He probably lunged there. Threw a couple of bodies I just couldn't see. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's like the JT Barrett type of player right there. I understand, Michigan fans. You're not happy again. It happens, though. Brown picks up 2. Been an absolute workhorse here in the second half as well. Burrow going to roll to his left. Pocket collapsing, and he fires at incompletion. Good choice again. Rare incompletion, though, from Joe Burrow. Not going to love that, hurting his completion percentage. He'll deal with it, though. Bengals will see a 3rd and 8 here from the 15. Games like this are saved by the fantasy interest, always 24/7, huh? Lions again have to make a stop here. Field goal keeps us within a 3-score game on the banks of the Ohio River. Burrow, though, going to loft back in the end zone. Terrific play, but it's incomplete. Very nicely timed, but great defense there. Trying to see who got a hand on it first. Actually, did I even get a number? I don't know if I had a number back there. Kirby Joseph, I think, that was 31 that was there on the defensive end. So that was a heck of a play. But here we go. Bengals going to settle for 3 in the end. Evan McPherson on for a 32-yarder. It is on the way and good. All right. 24-0. How about this? I'll make an ultimatum for you guys. You have to like the video if the Lions don't score before the end of the third quarter. If they're being shut out through 3, you have no choice. Who was the coverage? I think it was Joseph, and I think, who else is back there? Terrion Arnold somewhere. No, he's kind of dealing with a minor injury right now. I think he'll be fine. come regular season, though. Most of that stuff is just precautionary. Taking a look at our line, poll 72-28 in favor of the Cincinnati Bengals, who hold their largest lead of the season. We're turned out to the 25, and Jared Goff will take back over. Boy, what a terrible day it has been to be a Lions fan. That is something you haven't heard very much in the last couple of seasons. But their old ways of the early 2010s are coming back to life. We'll see. Have to dislike the video of Lions throw a pick six. No. You can, though. And that's your ultimatum. I'm here for it. Then again, here go the Lions. Finally reached 100 yards of offense. 91 passing yards today for Goff as he adds to it there. Should have been even more. Tim Patrick led astray. 4-yard pickup out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Bengals have never looked this good defensively, like in the history of ever. Let me actually look this up. When was the last Bengals shutouts? I'm curious. 3:30 left to go in the third. Screen pass set up to Gibbs, and he is met immediately by Dax Hill. Bengals have been reading this unbelievably well. Okay, here's a low blow. Bengals' last shutout was December 14, 2014 against the Cleveland Browns. Very cool. So it has been 11 years since they've shut a team out. Crazy. Might as well be 4-down territory here if you are the Lions. High snap and a handoff goes to Gibbs on the halfback draw. He gets halfway there. I have no idea what's going on. Lions look terrible. I mean, that opening drive, they were marching. What happened to this team? Crazy. Is this what Madden thinks they look like without Ben Johnson? I can't imagine it's going to be this bad, though. Certainly not. It can't go on like this at all. Wow. 3 and out again. Lions will punt the football away. Jack Fox will step up, boot it away. Hoping for a muff to get them some kind of hope, but Charlie Jones hangs on out to the 25-yard line. Bad OC play calling for Madden 26? It might be. I mean, they're really copy and pasting the Bengals offense. Difference is, Cincy's defense knows what's coming. I don't know. Follow this game of the week. What is going on? You know what? I can't always promise a banger for the game of the week. Usually the most slept-on games end up being the best games, like that game last night between Tampa and Seattle. That's why you can't afford to miss a stream. Cincy offense has been busy, and they will continue to be. From the backfield, pass is caught by Samaje Perine. Back in the Bengal uniform. He'll pick up 9. Amik Robertson there with the tackle. Clock continues to churn away here at Paycor Stadium. And Madden thinks this is the Ben Johnson offense. Bears should be unstoppable. True. One stream I missed, it was peak, let me tell you. Perine picks up 9, his first gain back in Cincinnati. Good to see him in a Bengal uniform again. There goes Gesicki, first catch since the opening half. It's been a while since we've seen him on the offensive prowl. But he gets going there. Yeah, Perine was also a former Chief. Forgot about that. Lions get shut up by the Bengals. They need to be canceled. True. Haven't had a shutout on this channel in a while, though, haven't we? Should be a lot of run-heavy offense coming up here for Cincinnati. Joe Burrow, though, has different plans. Finds Chase Brown, sticks in there, and took a shot. Wow, he was hit hard. And I think, again, that was Amik Robertson. He's done his fair share. But, again, just hasn't been enough to get the Lions propelled to a higher echelon. They have struggled defensively as well. Left out to drive, that has been a rare statement for this Lions football team. Burrow on the check down, caught by Brown up to the 50. I cannot imagine the statistics that Chase Brown has right now. I mean, he has to be at least 10 catches. No way. 2 elite poverty franchises going at it. Surprisingly, a very true statement. I can't discredit that. You would be correct. 5 Lions on the line, getting hungry here. 3rd and 4. The 3rd and 1, I should say. Burrow from the 50. Going deep, double coverage and a hospital ball. Incomplete. Andre Yosivash was the intended target. Burrow did not help him out there at all. Wide receiver 3 put in a very dangerous situation. Well, the Bengals go for it. No, good choice. Up by 24. They will punt from the 50-yard line. Conservative decision, up by 3 full scores. Good punt here from Rakow as well, out at the 16. Lions will take over with 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. I have to wonder, does anybody actually know in stream the last team to get shut out? Because if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the Cowboys in a 3-0 loss to the Commanders back in like 2023. It's been a while. Unbelievable performance from this defense, though, as Gibbs going to get loose here and pick up 9, which will take us to the end of the third quarter. The Lions have been held scoreless for 30 consecutive minutes. Bengals up 24-0 over the Detroit Lions. Final 10 minutes of regulation. Sun's starting to come down here at Paycor as Gibbs is shut down again. Trey Hendrickson, such a key piece of this defense, led the NFL in sacks last season. Terrific year. Every AFC North edge rusher is unbelievable. Kyle Van Noy, TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson. So much talent in that division. 9:30 left now in the fourth quarter. And the sneak to Jared Goff, and he's got it. That is their first down of the second half. Yeah, night could have been called a while ago, can't lie to you. 20 votes in, 14-6 is the distribution in favor of the Bengals, and that is acceleratingly being changed here. Sonic and Knuckles in the backfield, a rare sight to see for this Lion offense. Handoff goes to Gibbs again. Got space this time, running through defenders, a pickup of a dozen. His 10th carry goes for a big one. Again, though, too little, too late. First down of the second half is nuts, by the way. Especially for the Lions. Like, again, if it's the Browns offense, I get it. But, no, man, that's legit. Bunch formation left here for Goff as he fires down the middle. Caught by Williams. They just got to start throwing deep passes at some point, surely. It has to be coming soon. 6 people think the Lions are going to score 24 unanswered. Hey, shout out those guys. Unwavering faith, as Jameis Winston would say. Speedy wide receiver Jamison Williams is in press coverage. Cam Taylor-Britt, who had the earlier interception, dealing with him right up top. Here goes Goff on a check down. Caught by Laporta, room to roam across the 45. Not terrible. Last shutout was the Buccaneers 9, the Panthers nothing in Week 18 of the 2023 season. We've had no shutouts IRL since then. Really? It's pretty wild. Would have imagined there would be at least one last year. I know the Browns also had a shutout in that 2023 season against the Cardinals. Huh. Gibbs standing tall. Won't get the carry here as Goff steps up, and he's stumped down by Trey Hendrickson. And the Bengals' main man gets home for the first time tonight. Some big fantasy garbage time, you know. Vikings Raiders. Oh, yeah, that's right. That disastrous game. Was that 23 or 24, though? I don't remember. Ah, that's right. 38-0, Week 18, 2024. You right. I thought there was at least one. Lions sent back to the midfield stripe. Jared Goff again as an uphill battle to climb on a 2nd and 18. Sets and fires to a sideline. What a catch by Laporta. A 1-yard pickup after all of that, though. Chris Paul hits a huge 3 to cut the lead to 42 as he turns a 2nd and 18 to a 3rd and 17 and takes an extra 30 seconds off the clock as well. 3rd and 17 now. Goff going to drop back, sets his feet, fires to the sideline. Good ball there. 15-yard pickup to St. Brown. Lions sucking, men. So it seems. When is the last time the Lions were shut out? 2018. Wow. Lions got to find the 32-yard line here on a 4th down. Handoff to Gibbs. He's got that and plenty more. Stays upright and gets inside the red zone. Carry there from Knuckles or Sonic or whoever you prefer to call. That'll wind up inside the red zone. 24-7 final score. Seems about right. It'd be 24-6. They go for 2. Shut out by the Pats in 2022? Really? Lions inside the red zone. A rare sight to see. Can they convert finally? Tim Patrick picks up 5. Were they actually shut out against? It could be. Lions Patriots 2022. Hang on. Lions versus Patriots 2022. Hey, you're right. Good call. Good call there. Halfway through the fourth quarter, Lions are being threatened to be shut out for the first time since 2022. Outside handoff to Gibbs goes nowhere. And very disappointingly, won't be able to put that in my highlight video. That sucks. Brock Wright couldn't throw a good enough block. It's third and down. Third and down, yeah, it's third down again in this one. Bengals offense looked terrific in the second quarter, but man, this defense has turned a new leaf. I'm so proud of them, even as a Browns fan. See if they send more pressure Jared Goff's way. Hasn't dealt with it too well today. Steps up in the pocket on 3rd and 5. Now takes off, and what a tackle. Trey Hendrickson takes him down for the first down, but boy, does Goff ever feel that one. And he's celebrating like he won the Super Bowl. It is 1st and goal. Falcons making the wild card a hot take? I don't think so. Some might think. I don't. Lions have a 1st and goal inside the final 4 minutes. Handoff goes to Gibbs, and he'll lose 3. Just like that, they are sent right back. Man, that's disappointing. They can't do anything right now. 24-6 final score. 24-8. I'm a believer in that 2-point conversion. I'll up the ante on you guys. Schulten chat overtime? Question mark. Hey, if you believe in it, we'll see. Montgomery and Gibbs in the backfield once again. Swing pass goes to number 0. Trying to evade an open field tackle. Unsuccessful. 5-yard check down. It is 3rd and goal. If this happens at all, I don't think the Lions will be held underneath 20 points in a game all season. I'll be honest. There's no reason they should be. I know Ben Johnson was great, but the talent hasn't left. Cincinnati fans are on their feet here on a 3rd and goal, trying to make one final stand to preserve their first shutout in 11 years. Goff, though, trying to change the outcome. Steps right, checks it down, caught by Laporta. A 1-yard check down. And it is 4th and goal. Oh, my goodness. Might have some channel history coming up here. You just never know. Jake Bates is walking out there like he's going to kick 3. No way, Jose. Jared Goff with an empty backfield around him. 4th and goal from the 5. Pressure coming. Goff going to float one back in the end zone. It's incomplete. And it looks like that might be that. Logan Wilson was there on the pressure. I think that was Oren Burks in the back of the end zone with a huge defensive play. And the Bengals will take over on downs. Trek's 10-game losing streak, that's nuts, man. It's actually crazy. Even if they score, this is unbelievable. It is. And they didn't. That's the even crazier part. To think they started their opening drive, converting a 4th down, getting inside the 20, and then turning it over after a 7-minute drive. Oren Burks for him, not a true. Get this man a true. Cincinnati a 1st down away from getting back above 500. Handoff goes to Brown, and he will pick up 4. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning here at Paycor Stadium. Lions looking like they are going to get shut out as I end the live poll here with the Bengals having 74% of the votes. What a big blow to the pick'em for the majority of people, myself included. 25 people in here, another good chance to get your likes in before this game comes to a quick close. Burrow again, going to hand off to Brown, and he has got the 1st down. Good night. Garbage by to pick the Bengals. Yeah, Lions folded 2-3 with a loss here. Bengals will improve to 3-2. I'm just going to update the scoring standings here really quick. Cannot believe this of all games. What? Unbelievable scenes here in Cincinnati. Handoff again goes to Brown. Cuts it left side. Anzalone makes the tackle. Lions shut out by the Bengals, a team that just gave up 40 points last week. It's not like they've been kind of grinding towards getting to this point. They were absolutely exposed by Bo Nix. This team, though, in the AFC North lead for a reason. Yet I guess their defense is starting to participate as well. Good signs to come here in October. Hand off to Chase Brown one more time. Nothing picked up there, but it simply does not matter. Lions going to fall to third in the division behind the Vikings now with the loss here. And this third down shouldn't really matter all too much. Doubt we even see a play. How about it? Time is going to run out, and the Cincinnati Bengals shut out the Detroit Lions. Can you believe that? 24-0 as they improve to 3-2. Lions fall to 2-3. And that is that. We'll take a look at the post-game statistics for this one, because I myself am pretty interested. I gotta see Chase Brown's completions. There's Joe Burrow having himself a day. He had 12 carries as well for 62 yards. Only 8 catches. That seems way too low. And there is the rest of the receiving stats. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We got the Commanders and Chargers tomorrow night. Hope to see you guys there. Should be a good one.